Good morning, everyone. In order to understand the second part of this story, I must first tell you several short stories that occurred in the previous part, but I cut them so that the video would not be so long, so enjoy. We start with chapter 24.5. In this scene we see our couple walking, but a big blizzard makes the woman feel cold. She tells the boy that she is very cold, and he as a great gentleman gives her his scarf so she can get warm. The woman blushes too much, and when she puts the scarf on, the boy asks her if she is feeling better, and also asks her if she is warmer already. Then we see that the woman is losing consciousness from the smell of the boy impregnated in the scarf. She says she is melting, and the boy is shocked and asks her so much. She simply can't breathe and seems to get excited. The next short story takes off in chapter 26.6. In this chapter we can see how the woman prepares for the trip. The excited woman exclaims that tomorrow they will finally go to the hot springs, and she is so excited that she already wants to get to the hotel and be with the boy alone. But she gets an idea. She says that it would be better to buy her own shampoo. So she rushes off to the store. When she gets to the store, she gets ready to pick out her shampoo. But at that moment she finds something strange. And we can see that the product she finds is a box of condoms. And on the box there is a label that says that these are the hardest and most resistant. The woman gets very flushed, and she wonders if she should also buy some condoms. She thinking about it with a face of woman in love says that she should buy them just in case. But if the boy came to see this, she would be in trouble. So at that moment she puts a serious and calm face. She mentions that she is already an adult, and she just has to take the condoms. In the next scene we can see that she did buy them. But when she was going to pay for them, the cashier asks her if she wants a bag, and she extremely flushed says yes. The next story is in chapter 26.7. After they came back from the trip, we can see the woman with the boy's sweatshirt. She told him she would wash it, but at that moment she looked around in case there was someone spying on her. She decides to put on the sweatshirt secretly, and whispering some words. She whispers that just a little more and the boy will love her more. The woman arranged her sheets, and apologizing to the boy for her greed. And when she finishes making her bed, she decides to get under the sheets. And she promises that she will wash the sweatshirt after wearing it for tonight. She gets lost in her most lustful thoughts, enjoying the smell that the sweatshirt emanates. After a few weeks, we are on the day of preparation for the move. At that moment, we can observe that the woman has found a suit she wore when she was looking for a job. She says that she only used it once, and since she didn't get the job, she decided to keep it since then, and has the idea of getting a good job in the new house she will have with the boy. She wonders if she will still fit this suit, but in the next panel, we are shown that the woman has grown a lot since then, and her body has developed so much that the suit is too small for her. After a few weeks, the woman and the boy are already in their new apartment. The woman stretches because she is sleepy, but her back starts to creak. This causes the boy to worry. After this, the woman tells him that he doesn't have to worry. She also tells him that lately her back has been a little stiff. The boy tells her that he will give her a massage, but the woman says that's a bad idea. At that point, the guy tells her that he is very good at giving massages, and he tells her that when he lived with his parents, he massaged them all the time. In the next panel, we see that the woman is enjoying the massage. She exclaims that it feels pretty good. After he massages her shoulders, he goes down to the woman's waist, and the woman can't hold the excitement so much that she feels like she is flying in the clouds. The days go by, and we see the woman and the guy walking in the street. The boy sees a baby, and the woman mentions that it's cute. The boy responds to her and tells her that he likes babies. The woman mentions that he sure is good at taking care of babies. The boy replies that when he marries a woman someday he would like to have lots of babies. And the woman blushes and embarrassed, she says that having lots of babies might be a bad idea. But the boy, not hearing correctly what she said, asks her what she was saying, to which the woman shouting tells him that she didn't say anything and not to worry. Several days go by and the couple has a casual phone call. She tells him something that happened to her at work, but at that moment we hear snoring, and the boy ends up falling asleep because he is tired. The woman quickly starts looking for something, and she shows us that she found some wired headphones. She lies down on her bed and gets under the covers with the call volume on maximum and the microphone on mute. She decides to lower her stress level by using the boy's snoring to proceed to do something that I can't show you because YouTube would get mad. The next day, she acts like nothing happened. The boy apologizes for falling asleep while they were talking, but the woman tells him not to worry, and he was probably very tired. Then we move on to the next chapter. At 37.5, in that scene we can see what happened on the road trip on the way to their new home. They were enjoying the scenery, and the boy concludes that it was a great idea to move that day because the weather is quite favorable. The woman tells him that she had never traveled to a place so far away since their school trip, to which the boy responds by saying that they will travel much more often from now on. The woman sees a lake, an eagle, and even a castle, but she is curious because this is not just any castle. It is a love castle. This means that this is a hotel for couples to do things that I can't tell you about because they will delete the video. The guy tells the woman that he can't see because of the angle, so he asks her what building she was looking at, and he tells her if it was an amusement park. The woman is silent and embarrassed. They stop at the station. Once there, they eat a big ice cream, and as this ice cream is very big, they decide to share it because the boy can't eat it alone. And the woman, with her lustful mind, she tells him that by eating this dessert, the two of them together look like lovers. They start to eat the ice cream before it melts, and the boy tells her that the ice cream is very cold, and he mentions that he is freezing his brain. On the other hand, the woman says that she feels very hot, and the confused boy tells her that how is it possible if she is eating ice. Having finished eating, they continue on their way. The boy tells the woman that once they have passed the bridge, they will be halfway across, and the woman tells him that talking to the boy is so much fun that she could spend hours doing it. He thinks the same thing, but finishing, the boy tells the woman that it would be better to go the left way because that way they will find a place to eat. In the next panel, we can see a veal chop sandwich. The boy tells her that he saw this dish on television. The woman hopes this food tastes good. She took a slice and opened it up, looking at the ingredients. She says it is quite simple to prepare, so she can make him another sandwich just like it when they get home. The boy asks her if you can really make it, but the woman tells him that it's not that hard to prepare. In fact, it's just an imitation, and if she doesn't know how to make it, she can look up the recipe online. The boy tells her that he ate a lot of her food, so he's surprised at her versatility in the kitchen. The woman is blushing. She is happy that he likes her food, making her blush and feel happy. At that moment, we see that the boy is also blushing and starts laughing nervously. He tells her that he is happy too and can't wait for the two of them to live together. When they finish eating, they decide to go on their way. But first, she will sleep for a while to regain her energy. Later, we see that they arrived at the car and they already finished the intersection. So they pay the toll and mention that they are already close to the new apartment. Also, there are many stores nearby. When they arrive, they are surprised. They say that their new apartment looks like a mansion, and they observe that their apartment is on the 3rd floor. And when they arrive, we see that now they have much more space, and everything is super clean. So they start to check the living room, the kitchen, and even the boy noticed that the walls are made of solid concrete. The woman says that there is a lot of echo, so the two start to play for a while. The boy tells her that it's great that they live together, also because they are very compatible. The woman agrees with him, and also she in her lustful mind, because she says that being compatible turns her on. In the next scene, they start planning where the furniture will go. And when this furniture arrives at the house, they set out to decorate the apartment together. After they finish tidying up the apartment, the boy tells the woman that it would be great to go out to eat, to which the woman agrees. They arrive at the supermarket. They decide to buy ingredients to prepare dinner. We then see that the woman is looking around. She says that she hasn't visited such a large supermarket in a long time. She gets to see many local products which she had never seen before, like meat in bags or fish of different colors and species. The boy tells her that this will be very complicated, but the woman replies that they will be on a real adventure. And after a while, we see that the boy brings some rice, and the woman carries the colorful fish in the cart. In the next scene, we can see the couple eating. The boy exclaims that the rice with the fish is delicious, and the woman responds by saying that apparently it went well on their first day of adventure. But suddenly, at that moment, we can see that the boy's sister is calling the woman. She answers, and the boy's sister asks her if they arrived safely. The woman tells her that they did and that they are now having dinner. The sister tells the woman that when she has time, she will come to visit them, and the woman tells her that they will be happy to receive her. At that moment, the boy's sister tells the woman if they have already been in a bed together, and the woman, embarrassed by the comment, tells the boy's sister that it is not what she thinks. They will not have that kind of adventure. At that moment, the boy appears and asks the woman what they are talking about, since they just had an affair. Obviously, the boy is referring to grocery shopping. The sister heard what her brother said and answered the woman, "Really? Already? So soon?" And the woman, dying of embarrassment, shouted to her that of course not. At the end of the call, we see that it is already dark, so the boy comments to the woman that he will go take a shower before going to bed. The woman thanked him and went into the bathroom, and she is thinking that taking a shower in the same room as the guy is exciting. Besides, she says that the bathroom is too big and that two people could fit in it. Finishing her bath, She comments that she feels excited because she has bought new pajamas for living together with the boy. They both brush their teeth and put them in the same place as if they were a couple. She feels that they are starting to live together as a dating couple. Their relationship is progressing little by little. In the next scene, we can see that they are already lying in their beds and saying goodnight to each other. Although we notice that the woman wants to get a little closer to the boy. She hates that she is still embarrassed to get close to the boy. And she feels that she is a fool because it was the boy who told her to live together. But then we see that she has a fit of courage. And we see that the woman gets up from her bed and tells the boy if she can sleep a little closer to him. The boy is shocked, but says yes. And the woman gets very happy that her intentions have been reciprocated or have paid off. She mentions that the boy always knows what to say, making her very happy. After this, the woman wonders if the boy will be able to be happy by her side. That is all she wants. In the next scene, we can see that the boy and the woman are in the supermarket. They see animals that they can adopt. The woman tells us that she likes dogs and cats. Also, she would like to have one someday. She says the boy looks like a dog, but the boy says the woman looks like a cat. But the woman asks him why, and the boy tells her it's because of his hair. It is similar to those of the Panthera species. She quickly grabs her phone and looks with the camera, confirming that she does look like a cat. In the next panels, we are shown the woman seeing that her hair is unpainted, but the boy helps her to dye it again. We can see the blonde woman with golden hair, but unfortunately the next day her hair grew back and went back to that characteristic cat style, and the girl gets sad. In the next chapter, at 38.50, we can see that when the boy gave the woman a massage, she was left wanting another massage. So the woman decides to offer to give one to the guy. The guy accepts, and we see that the woman can't handle the excitement and throws herself on top of the guy. But as we know, she didn't end up doing anything, and it was just a dream. Although the funny thing about this situation is that the guy asks her why she is laughing, and she tells him that nothing is wrong. Long before the guy and the woman moved together to the old apartment, the guy was bored of resting all day, so he tells the woman that he wants to exercise. And they blushing misunderstands the situation and ends up taking off her blouse, showing everything she has underneath. But obviously I will not show them because YouTube will punish me later. And she says if the guy wants to, she is willing to do private things. But the guy pulls out some rackets and a ball to play badminton. The woman blushes for having misunderstood the situation, and she starts playing with the boy. Days go by, and the woman comments to the boy that today they will show a movie that she wants to see. And the boy tells her that they can watch the movie together. Suddenly, in the middle of the movie, a scene appears that I can't show you. And the woman, panicking, doesn't want the boy to think that she is a lustful woman. But she thinks that this kind of situations are necessary for the boy to want to advance in their relationship. But at that moment, we can see that the boy was completely asleep because the movie was very boring. When the movie is over, the boy apologizes because he fell asleep in the middle of the movie. But she tells him not to worry, and the boy asks her how the movie ended. And she, out of embarrassment, tells the boy that they better watch another movie. And to end the chapter, we see what happened when the boy carried the woman in his arms in the apartment. Since she had had a cramp, he gives her a little massage on her feet to make her relax. And she tells him that she doesn't know when was the last time her legs felt like this. The boy leaves to get her some water, so the woman wants to take off her blouse since it's hot. But we can see that her shirt is soaked with sweat, so it's transparent and you can see everything. So in desperation, the woman decides to zipper it up before the boy comes back. When the boy comes back, he asks her why she hasn't taken off her sweatshirt, but she tells him that she is not hot. In the next chapter, which is 46.50, we can see that it is a special on Halloween. The boss's store will celebrate this day, so they will have to dress up for the occasion. In fact, last year she dressed up as a zombie. She asks if she should dress up as the same thing this year too. But the woman is embarrassed. But the boss tells her not to worry and that she just has to wear a mask. And when we see the woman in her costume, we can see that this costume is creepy but at the same time very sexy. The boss teases her a little, but she says that the costume looks good on her. And the strange thing is that she says it in a very seductive voice. Well, now we are done with the short stories, and we can continue with the main story. I hope you like it and that you have already subscribed so we can upload more videos every day. Continuing with our story, we can see that the boss, after forgetting her keys and staying at the neighbor's house all night, she is finally able to enter his house. She has a strange and silly smile on her face. The woman, after her hot night with the guy, she notices that she hasn't changed her clothes, plus she hasn't bathed. So after she took a quick bath, she feels cooler and more relaxed. But there is a problem. She forgot her clothes, which are on the side of the sleeping boy. She walks very quietly to the clothes without making any noise. At that moment, the clock goes off, causing a lot of noise, causing the boy to wake up suddenly. The woman, being alone with her towel and embarrassed, rushes at the boy. She is covering the boy's head so he can't see her, although the woman wants him with passion, but her heart is not ready yet. She asking the boy to please not to look. The next day, we see the woman at her work. She is thinking about how to deepen her relationship with the boy. Even though she doesn't want to get to commitment at the moment, this means getting to marriage. At least she would like it if they could flirt some more. There are certain moments when the woman becomes more confident and her motivation increases. She wants to have lustful moments at least once a month. But her boss interrupts her, saying that the woman has a threatening look on her face. The woman tells her boss everything that happened and asks her for some advice. So the boss makes it clear that she is not only the narrator of this story, but also the one with the most experience. She proposes a very elaborate plan that left the woman excited, although the woman wonders if this plan will be too complex for someone like her. Let's remember that things don't usually go very well for the woman. She, having arrived home, starts to plan everything. And when the boy arrives home, the woman asks him if he is free tomorrow, since she wants to ask him out. The boy, without thinking too much, accepted. But the woman looks at him in a threatening way. While the woman takes a shower, she quickly tells us what their plans will be for the date. They will first go to the fair, then to the aquarium, then to drink, and finally to eat. The woman shows us her concern and also a chart that determines the success of the operation. When she leaves the place, the guy asks her if they will stay in a hotel, and the woman answers yes. Besides, she already made reservations in a very nice hotel. The boy starts praising the woman for being a good girlfriend, and the woman is very excited. She remembers the words of her boss. She said that a confident woman is all that is needed. But when she goes to sleep, the woman is too excited. The day starts and the woman is fully prepared for her appointment. The first destination of the date is the fair, and we see how the woman screams because of the excitement and because of the speed. They ride many rides together, some fun and some a little suspicious. But what all these rides had in common was that they stimulated romance, situations that made the couples become confident. But when we see the woman, we see that she is very excited and dizzy, but still she goes through with her plan. The boy asks the woman, "How about we go up to the Ferris wheel to rest?" The woman accepts, and together they spend a relaxing moment. But the woman was about to explode. She was trying to resist her selfish instinct and couldn't stand it. And she was so close to letting herself go and doing things that only adults do. But at that moment, the boy tells her that there are some children in the back who are waving at them. The woman turns red with embarrassment, and she doesn't know where to escape. The next place is the aquarium. Here we can see a small map which shows us some references of the locations of the aquarium, the fair, and the hotel. They both see a giant shark. They wonder why the shark won't eat the smaller fish. What will be the reason? But while they were talking, the woman explains that she chose the aquarium because of how quiet it is, so the guy will understand that he is dating a woman. Even though she sped things up a bit earlier, it is better to stick with the plan. And considering that the aquarium is dark, this is a great place for dating. The woman tells the guy that it would be a problem to get lost in such darkness, so it would be better if they hold hands. The guy agrees, and with a quick movement, guy takes the woman by the hand. She shudders and looks quite happy. Later they tell us that it is the first time they hold hands, but woman is already the limit, although she repeats to herself that she has to keep calm to maintain the atmosphere. The boy saw a funny fish and wanted to show it to woman, but she covers her face. He doesn't understand what's going on. But the woman doesn't want to show him her face because she has a weird expression. But something much funnier is that the fish also changes color, coming to look like the woman. The next place they will visit is a bar in which they toast, and the woman drinks a mojito made with lemon and mint. Although the woman is a bit sad, she is disappointed that the plan is not going as she had envisioned. Maybe the tactics are not for her. She is disappointed in calling herself a klutz. The woman drinks the mojito as if it were water, surprising the guy. And after a while, the woman orders her third mojito, being already quite drunk. She explains that she is already at her limit. The day before, she had not slept very well. The woman decides to drink her mojito in sorrow. But the boy interrupts her and tells her that when she finishes, it would be better to go somewhere else. The boy asks the girl if she wants to go to the beach, and the woman realizes how close it is. Plus, she wants to change strategy. Now she wants to just walk with the boy. And seeing the atmosphere, the boy asks her to give him her mojito. She will ask for some water, and this way, when they finish their drinks, they go for a walk to the beach. And the woman tells him that now she feels better. Maybe taking it easy is better than rushing things. On a night with a full moon, The woman tells the boy about all her plans. She wanted to do something romantic, but things ended badly. For that reason, she has been different than usual, exclaims the boy. The woman sleepily tells him that in the end she seems to have lost her mind. But the boy tells her that he will give her a hug that she enjoys very much, and that makes her sleep. Later we see that the woman is quite comfortable, and she tells him that now she is really happy. Many things have happened in her life, but now she wants to show her love to the boy and tell him how she feels. But unlike the past, this time the woman wants to take the first step in their relationship. And with much embarrassment, she looks at the boy and tells him that she likes him very much. And we can see that this scene ends with the two protagonists kissing strongly. Afterwards, we can see that the woman enjoys the boy's company. Taking the blanket tightly and giving kisses to the air, she gets up in the car. And we realize that it was just a dream. A nice and lovely dream. The boy also gets up and explains that even though he was heading to the hotel the night before, he didn't really know where it was. Besides that, the woman fell fast asleep in his arms. He, as a desperate measure, decided to sleep in the car, and the woman apologizes for her weakness. But the boy replies that he had a lot of fun. Besides, it doesn't matter because he is quite happy to be with her. The boy loves her, the woman dying from so much love. At that moment, she tells us what happened last night. It was not a dream. She took courage and did give him a kiss. The woman is overflowing with happiness and is satisfied because she knows that the plan worked. At work, the woman tells everything that happened on her date to her boss. She is happy for the woman, but still, she wants to know more details, even though the woman's cell phone is ringing. When she answers, we realize it's an important call. Then she grabs her bike and tries to get to her apartment as fast as possible. And when she finally arrives, she tells us why she rushed out of her job. And it's because after so long she finally got her bed for two, and she starts to blush. At that moment, she remembers what her boss told her about the size of the bed. She feels tense and anxious at the thought of sleeping with the boy. And when the boy arrives home, she shows him the new bed. So in a hurry, she asks the boy to go eat rice and meat. The next day, the boy and the woman go together to throw away the garbage. He says goodbye to go to work, and the woman, admiring the weather, tells a kitten the good news when she fell asleep touching the boy's hand. But at that moment, we can see that the cat cares little about the woman's life. And suddenly the boy comes out from behind telling her something she forgot. And that is that he wants to go out with her tonight. When the night comes, they tell us that the outing is due to a star shower. The boy knows an excellent place to see them. And when they arrive at the place, the woman asks if she can see any shooting stars. The boy looks at her and becomes nostalgic, remembering when they walked together at night. The woman also remembers the past with sweetness, but we see the boy too nervous. The woman asks him, "What's wrong?" But the boy tells her he wants to wish on a shooting star. The woman tells him, "How cute." And at that moment, a star appears. Quickly, the woman starts to make her wish very intensely, and the boy asks her what her wish is. The woman gets embarrassed and tells him that her wish was for them to be happy forever. The boy laughs and tells her that he also asked for the same thing. The woman and he are happy. Even if they just take a walk, it is very reassuring. Just walking together on a daily basis is what they love. So together they ask the star for it to be so forever. Although the woman began to feel a little cold, she asks the boy to get back into the car. But the boy interrupts her by telling her that today is the day. The woman doesn't understand what the boy is talking about. And at that moment, we can see the boy extremely worried. But what surprises us the most is what he has hidden behind his hand. A month goes by, and although we are not shown the marriage proposal that the boy made to her, the woman is engaged to the boy. They have not yet been introduced to each other's families, but she is in no hurry to announce the engagement. Her boss tells her that she will quit smoking because they are no longer children, referring to the fact that everyone is changing. When the boy arrives home, he is greeted by the woman. She serves him a delicious meal and tells him that there are lots of vegetables that his grandmother sent him. But she also tells him that she has only met his sister out of her whole family. And the boy replies that he doesn't know his either. He wants to visit them, but because they live far away, they will have to pick a good time. Maybe they can take advantage of the Christmas and New Year's days off to visit them. But while they are talking, the woman looks out the window, realizing that it is snowing. They both admire the huge snowflakes. But suddenly the boy whispers something to the woman. "Hey, let's make a snowman in secret." And the woman agrees. And as they go downstairs, they run and put together their snowman. The woman wonders how much longer this happiness will last, but even so, she can't know. She just wants to live happily ever after with her fiancé husband.